Yay! Hey,
And I'm Christa.
with the Big Family Homestead. And we are having a live stream party.
This drives
The list.
Ah.
Keep your grubby paw. Lots of stuff going on.
Look at
I don't
this.
know.
You don't set this up right.
I didn't do
What
it.
the heck?
It's ready to go. So, stuff that's been going on, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Maybe we should say hello to people first. Who's here?
I don't know yet.
I don't know yet.
I can't. You got your volume on. Jeez.
I do that by accident.
I know you do.
Guys, where y'all from? Hey, Bandana Grandma. Good evening.
Hey, howdy, folks.
Flannel Max, Cheryl and Butterfly Enterprises, Barbara Webb, Tim and Alicia, Thrive Life Canada, oh Canada. That's all I know about it. It's you know. Okay, so who else, Mama? Who's here?
Ray's here. Larry Collins is here.
Ray. She's in.
Now it's
Roy. It's Roy.
Jab. It's just a little jab.
Hi guys.
It's Roy. I know.
Roy.
King of the Coop. That's a great name. Sandy Sadewater. Flannel Max.
Hey, you know,
Vacation Chronicles.
as you guys are checking in and saying hello, if you don't mind saying what state you're from, that would be really cool.
Yeah. That. Oh.
State of mind.
Alicia is from Trinidad and Tobago.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
North Florida, Patty Lee. Let's see. Why do
Football
we?
as well for you in North Florida.
Yeah.
After
Okay,
that
Ohio.
hurricane.
We got a Michelle from Ohio. Alrighty. Okay.
Oregon, Central Florida.
Let's get this party started. All right. Stuff we did this week that was interesting. I would say Jurassic Park.
That was interesting.
This guy makes all those metal statues and things. Mm-hmm. And I guess he's a retired lawyer. And he had, I think what would the word be other than eccentric?
That's not the word I'd choose.
What word would you choose?
Offensive?
We didn't put a lot of stuff that he said into the video that you guys watched.
No.
Let's just say that.
No, we did not.
We want to try to keep our family cred.
Some of the creatures that he built were offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was, but a cool place.
It was a really neat place. I wouldn't recommend small children.
Amy T is from Western Australia.
Awesome.
Cool. I was just actually showing Mama, there's this new heavy rock band called 12 Foot Ninja that's from Australia. And they have this crazy funny video out. So anyway, cool. Keep checking in. Tell us where you're from.
Tim Beverly's here. How you doing?
I
got all that.
You got all that?
Yeah, I got all that. Yeah. How you doing, Tim?
So other stuff. We got our tractor fixed.
Yes.
We got the carburetor in the mail, and Prepsteader Bob came over and said, I can handle this.
Yeah, because I don't know anything about
carburetors. Carburetors are one of those things where I can do basic car stuff, like changing out an alternator or something like that.
Well, yeah, but this is a tractor.
And I didn't know anything about it, so Prepsteader
different.
Bob says, we got you covered, brother.
Awesome.
And it is now able to move around big old 800 pounds of, hay.
Yay!
Yay! So anyway, all right. Other stuff. Mama, holy smokes. This chick has been driving me nuts.
Why? What did I do now?
She gets into these modes where she gets an idea in her head and nothing is going to stop her. She's just going to get it done. And so she decided to remodel the bathroom.
I didn't remodel the bathroom. I didn't tear out the toilet or the sink or the tub or anything like that. I dressed it up a little.
So she decided to go down to the basement and tear into all the boxes to find all these goodies.
Okay, but I fixed it. And I actually eliminated a couple of boxes, so...
Anyway, she has been officially labeled as in a nesting mode.
I am not nesting.
She's nesting.
No, I'm not.
She totally is.
No.
Because all of a sudden there's pictures going up on the walls and don't get me wrong, I like it. I think it's great.
Shut it.
Jeez, oh
well,
please,
you don't see this one over here. This is one of my favorite photos.
The Lion and the Lamb.
Yeah, it's the Lion and the Lamb. There's a rainbow in the back with a waterfall, and then there's a dove sitting on the lion's foot. And it's just, it's so pretty. And the kids actually said, it looks like Aslan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're big C.S. Lewis fans.
Huge C.S. Lewis fans. We have the audio books on CD, and we listen to them anytime we're in the car.
Yeah, but the problem is some of them are getting so scratched up you have to skip over big chunks because we've had them for 20 years. Yeah. 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 And there's one of them's really cool. It's Patrick Stewart reads one.
Patrick Stewart, Lynn Redgrave,
Harvey Korman.
No, oh my gosh. No.
Red Skelton.
That would be really funny, but no. And no, people, I am not pregnant. Please stop saying that. I am not. I'm too old for that.
No, she's not.
Stop. No,
you look good, baby. That's what I have to work with, right? Yeah, no, she's been nesting, just trying to make the nest a little bit nicer, and I think that's great.
The bathroom looked like... Okay, see, now what you guys don't understand is in our bathroom is the washer and dryer. So it's bathroom and laundry room. Well, up until Saturday, it looked like a utility room. It did not look like a nice bathroom that guests could come in.
Calm down, Garth.
That guests could come in and see, okay, well, this is a nice looking bathroom. You know how people are. People look at the bathroom. You know how, well, you don't care.
No.
But,
it's a place to pee.
Yeah, I know. But it just, I didn't want it looking like a utility room anymore. So.
Okay. Oh, here, Truthification Chronicles. I wanted to make sure that I pointed this out. My favorite is The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. My favorite book ever.
Yeah.
Reepicheep is a baller.
Yeah.
At the end, when he can't go any further in the boat and there's no sign of Aslan's country yet, and he gets out and goes to swim for it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about that. I mean, how would that, what kind of faith would it be like in your own life if you just had that, I am convinced that this is what God wants me to do, and I'm going to do it no matter what.
Yes. Oh, yes.
That is really cool. So, did you see a fun comment?
Yes, Rosalie, she's poking. She said, your middle name isn't Sarah, is it?
That's funny.
From the Bible.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, we love Narnia. Literally, the kids beg us to play it. And anywhere we go is at least a half an hour drive plus.
So we get to listen to old disc.
Yeah, we get to listen to, 3 or 4 chapters every time we drive somewhere. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and Reepicheep, he's got to be the best. He's the coolest. When he lost his tail in that battle, and then his other mice buddies loved him so much that they were willing to cut his tail off, their tails off, even though it's their pride. Just so that they would not be weird by the boss not having one. And then Aslan gave him his tail back. It was really cool.
Really cool. Really cool. And then he just, when Eustace touched his tail, oh my goodness.
He whipped up the sword.
Yeah, he's like, unhand the tail.
Well, and I think that's probably one of my favorite one-liners for the book title, like the book, the very first page, if we're Moby Dick, it's Call Me Ishmael. But this one, in Voyage of the Dawn Treader, it is great. It says, there was once a boy named Clarence Eustace Scrubb, and he almost deserved it.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I love that.
Back on track. Rabbit Trail. Okay, we went to a parade today.
We did. Downtown Medford had their Harvest Festival parade, and it was really neat. We actually saw people in the parade that we knew. Yeah. So it was really cool. It was really neat.
Yeah, small town parade kind of thing. It was great. They bring out all the fire trucks, and all the politicians are there doing their thing. Yeah. Doing their thing. But you get candy out of it, so he can say whatever he wants.
Yeah. Well, Trump was there too.
Yeah. There was a guy in a mask.
There was a guy in a mask, but he was, promoting for Scott Walker. So it was okay.
Yeah.
At first I was like, is this a gag? Are they making fun? What are they doing here? Yeah. But nobody booed in any way.
And there were other, there were R's and D's there. Of course. So it wasn't like, you kind of expect with all the fervor in the media that you see this side wants to do that and that side wants to do this. And I would have expected there to be some kind of yelling at some, but no, everybody was completely respectful to both sides, which I thought that was great because there's a whole lot of people not listening to each other instead of just taking the time to actually invest and understanding what the quote other side is.
Right.
So
Prem Farm is asking a question. If, and you know, in the future, can you guys put questions in all caps? That way we can see them a little bit easier. They're asking if we took the AC unit out yet, and do we have the storm windows to put on to stay warmer? We have not yet. It has not gotten cold enough. I mean, it gets down into the 30s at night. It's not that cold. We will be taking it out, and we have a couple things that we need to do. We've got to put plastic on the windows upstairs, and then we need to caulk the windows downstairs, and that's all. So it's not that big of a deal.
Mike DeFazio, what's up, brother? He's asking, is the RAM fixed? Should be very soon. I got to tell you what, we've been working on that here and there, just bits and bats whenever we get a moment. But it's like a puzzle, man. Every little stupid sensor, you got to figure out the trick how to get it off. And then, I mean, we're in the last phases, though. The drivetrains are out, and I think we're going to be in the last phase, and then we're going to fire it up. We're just going to see. The AC is a security issue. Good point, because anybody could just pop it out. Come on in.
But oh, yeah.
You could pop it out from the outside.
Yeah, that's true.
Richard Barnes, were you at the Trump rally in Wausau? I was not. But they a lot of stuff on TV about it. And I mean, say what you want about the guy. I can't see where he's done anything except good for the country.
Right.
But I'm of the flavor that, you know, that we should pray for our leaders anyway, regardless, even if they're not on our quote side.
Right.
We should, you know, pray for them to do what's right. So, okay, other stuff. We went to the gun range.
You did.
And actually, the guy that's responsible for that is in the chat right now. Ray.
It's all his fault.
You know what?
Hi, you called him Ray?
His name's Roy, but she keeps calling him Ray. Just tripping me up.
Just a little poke.
No.
No, at the first time I did it last Sunday, it was a complete. No, it was on our live stream this week. Was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
It was a complete mistake, but then he's, you know, jabbing me with it, so I did it on purpose. You know, you know.
Well, and I forgot to ask. I wanted to know how to properly say his name.
I have no idea.
P-O-L-I-C-H-N-N-I.
Polachnia?
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 Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
Dude! Yeah. So anyway, everybody, maybe you could just try to maybe phonetically sound out what his name is and just put that down here in the chat. I'd like to see what you guys think that it would sound like phonetically. What?
M. Jones is jabbing you.
Me?
Just a little bit.
Where?
Brad, so sorry. The family outshot you. You need more range time, brother.
That is true. That is true. Well, and, you know, I'm one that's just, you know, if a spade's a spade, you got to call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
And the truth is, I do need more range time.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Okay, here's a serious question. Joke VV actually has asked this twice, and I was going to get to that. How's our health journey going?
Yes, it's going.
It's going.
It's going.
Down the toilet, but yeah, it's going. No, and honestly, I have, since homeschooling started, I have just been swamped. Have not thought about it. It's just, you know what, I eat lunch at maybe 1 o'clock, and then we eat dinner, and I'm not eating a lot, but I'm not eating right.
Right.
So, I'm trying.
Yeah. We got some really cool stuff. Oh, there you go. They're doing this phonetic.
Yeah. Polachnia. Polachnia.
Hey, so Roy, if somebody gets it phonetically right, call them out and say you did it right. So, okay, other stuff.
Polachnia. No, I forget it. He'll tell us later.
It was a great time at the range.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Also, this is kind of a fun thing. When you live in a small town, people kind of know who you are in general. But then us being on this, it makes we're very much more recognizable. And at a parade about 2 months ago,
in August,
in town, a small town, I saw this guy wearing a beekeeping shirt. And I was like, "Oh, are you a beekeeper?" And then, oh my gosh, he just
Oh,
No. We love,
yeah.
because we love talking about bees. And
Right.
if you are a beekeeper, you know that's like you can just sit and talk about bees.
Yes.
And so he just popped in with a friend of his, Richard. Brother-in-law. And we talked bees for a while, and that gave me the idea for what we're going to chat about tonight.
Yep.
But good guys, and let's see. Oh, one other thing. Prepsteader Bob and I are going to be in the future, coming up, not too terribly long, maybe like a month from now, but we're going to do a series of short educational videos on self-protection. We're coming into the holiday season, and a lot of people get into a lot of weird pickles, and we're hoping that we can go ahead and show some practical things on how you guys can stay safe. So, oh, Claire's here. Hi, Claire. What are you doing, Claire?
Putting my stuff down.
Okay.
Claire was helping the youth group. They were collecting canned foods for the food drive for our food pantry at church.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so, Mega Candy Lady. I started when you wanted to start your health, and I'm down almost 30 pounds.
Oh,
Way
wow.
to go.
That's awesome. I'm so glad.
Way to go.
Yeah.
All right, so the Adaptive Mariner says, awesome, bro. Okay. All right, I think that's it for the updates. It is time for our channel shoutouts.
Woohoo!
Explosions and lightning down from the heavens. So, okay. This is the point of the show when you are not only allowed to promote whomever channel you want, could be your own channel, shamelessly plug it, folks. On your market set go, you're going to channel shout out whoever you want, and Krista's going to try her best to keep up. If she doesn't read it the first time, maybe try it again.
Yep.
Type it again the second time. So on your mark, get set, and
Go.
Go.
Out of Goshen.
Oh, you got to type faster than that, people.
Yeah.
Come on, party
Getting
people
started.
say, oh.
Getting started on homesteading. The Adaptive Maritimer. Oh, goodness gracious. Gooseberry Homestead. Homestead Heart. 180 degrees. Art and Bree. Thinking of Others. Fundamental Faith. Woohoo from Alabama. Sorry, that's not a channel. Alderman Farm. Jake Paul. Out of Goshen. Somersault, Alaska. Fundamental Home. The Music Well. Art and Bree. The Kilted Gardener.
That
Love
sounds awesome.
Pasta Grannies. PNC Atkinson. It's not Atkinson, is it? I don't know. Amy Mirren. Bobblehead Homestead. Rusty Nail Urban Homestead. Prepsteader. Homestead Heart. All 10 from Friday. Life on Biggle Road. Don't know that one.
Bumblebee Junction.
Lumna Acres. The Bearded Giant Living on a Dime. Our Half Acre Homestead. 3 Basket Living, Bumblebee Junction. Going Batty.
You guys got to type faster because
No,
she's
I'm
not
good.
even having a
I'm
problem.
good. I'm good.
She's just keeping
Thousands
right
of
up.
Roots, Raw Life Superfoods, King of the Coop Bobblehead Homestead, 3 Basket Living, Deep South Homestead, Living on a Dime, and My Gardener.
Okay. You can keep typing. We have selected a channel that, when I say the channel, do me a favor and tell me if you are subscribed to it, because this channel is kind of bigger. I think they got like 250,000 subscribers, and the content is no BS, in your face, politically incorrect.
Yes.
And she's a no guff girl.
No nonsense chick.
And that is the Patriot Nurse. She talks about medical stuff. She talks about stuff in society that's going on, and she's got a very conservative prepper kind of mindset. And no baloney, but do you guys know of the Patriot Nurse? If you do, great. If not, I would suggest you check it out.
Subbed.
Yeah, she's,
Subbed.
like I said, I mean, what would you guys say? I mean, she talks about everything from vaccinations to
Yeah, that's my
medical morality.
That's my favorite video as of late.
Yeah, the vaccination thing.
Yeah.
So, our channel shout out goes to the Patriot Nurse.
Shanna likes our stained glass in the back.
Oh, where's Shanna?
She's right here.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
You know where that came from, right?
Yeah, I think she does. I'm pretty sure she knows where that's at.
Yeah, that came from the old building. The
Yeah.
church put a little bleeper out on the email and said, does anybody want this? And we're like,
Yes.
heck yeah. And we
Yeah.
just happened to be literally like a quarter mile away from the building.
Yeah, we're like, yes, we want this because it would look great right there.
Right there. Yeah.
That's not where I had. That's not. I didn't know where we were gonna originally put it, but one day I was like, "This is a great place for this," because there's nothing. There was nothing in that corner,
Just, yeah, kind of
and
a
it just
blank
looked really
corner.
plain. So,
Yeah.
yep, I love it.
So, okay. Now, one other thing I forgot to mention, cool stuff that's going on this week. Roy
Yes.
and his lovely bride Shelly, they had an extra, I guess it is an extra front end loader for a Ford 8N, and they gifted us that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I am just blown away and so grateful and thankful.
Oh yeah.
Because that's gonna save a lot of time scooping poop.
Yeah. Down to frozen dookie.
The dookie. I did it all for the dookie.
Stop.
Come on, the dookie. No?
No.
Name that band. Anybody? Anybody? Bueller. All right, so we are super grateful for that, and we'll be doing a video on that coming up in the near future.
Shanna, that's a double dog dare.
What'd she say?
She said, "Y'all bring the coffee and you can show me."
All right. It's a double dog dare.
That's right.
There you go. One thing before we cruise on, I don't know if you guys know, but we have written a cookbook. Mm-hmm. And it's family recipes that are things that we just do all the time, mm-hmm. things for holidays, things for, soups and entrees.
A lot of them are special recipes that I learned from Mom.
Right. And we do make that available for you to purchase. And because the holidays are coming up and we're trying to raise funds just like everybody else.
Yeah.
If you purchase one within the next week, then we're going to send you an additional 15 recipes that are holiday recipes that we have put together. So, and it's on our website, which is
BigFamilyHomesteadStore.com.
BigFamilyHomesteadStore.com.
Yep.
So if you want to check that out, we'd gratefully appreciate it.
Yeah.
But why don't we do this? Claire, could you go and yell at the children to come down here for a minute?
You told them 7:30 and it's not 7:30.
I know, that's why, but I want to get to it sooner because we got a big topic to talk about. And so here's the scoop, guys. We have been blessed with kids who really, really try to help out other people. Mm-hmm. And it's a huge blessing when we hear one of them try to reach out and try to figure out how to make other folks' life easier.
Yeah.
And so this afternoon, so this afternoon, Grace has been making these bracelets for quite a while now. And she's been doing them and doing them and doing them, and she wanted to figure out a way that they could help other people. You guys, come on in. Come in.
Come in behind us.
And,
and something that has really helped her is a dairy cow.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, no, our cow.
Our cow has helped her.
And what she decided she wanted to do.
This one's pretty. I like that one.
Is we have a history with the missionary World Vision.
Yeah.
And when I was in a band, we would help them children get sponsored, and I really had a heart for that because what they did was they didn't just like go into an area, pick one kid, and then just sponsor that kid. They would go into one area and sponsor the whole area so that they could all get lifted out of what they were in. And I have working experience with these people, and they are dedicated to the max.
Yeah.
And what they do during Christmas time is they offer people that want to make, a donation to purchase animals for families or groups of families or even like a village. You can buy anything from like a goose to 23 live herd animals, milking cows and donkeys and goats and chicken and all that kind of stuff. And Grace said, why don't we sell these and give the money to World Vision so that she can help some family get a cow because it's helped her.
Family, right.
So you can talk to that.
Yeah, so it was just something that, that having a dairy cow has really helped her.
Her health.
Her health. I mean, she's super, super healthy now. And so she wanted to be able to bless another family so that they could be healthy like her.
Yep. And so what we've done is we've set up on the Homestead store, you can buy, but it's really a donation of...
Well, and we'll still mail the bracelet.
Yeah, we'll mail you the bracelets, but it's really a donation to help out, and that's why you'll see 4 of the same, I guess you call it a listing?
Yeah, I have 4 listings on the store page. One is for $5, one's for $10, one's for $15, one's for $20. Now, if you guys want to donate $20, we will still mail you a bracelet, but the $20 goes into a pot so that, you know,
we can help the World Vision.
So that she can get that.
And what we're hoping to do is, she wanted to start out with a cow, and I'm like, you know what? That's great, but let's set our goals a little bit higher. And so we're hoping to try to get enough money donated so that we can get the whole herd thing.
Right. There's what, 23 or 26 animals. 23
animals, and I think it's like $2,400.
Something like that.
Which is really funny, because if you guys out there are homesteading, I kid you not, when they send out these booklets, I look at that and go, I want goats for $50. Can you send them to me? I'll pay the $50. You know?
Yeah, but these are for overseas and rural, very needy communities.
So if you have a heart to help out, that's over there, and we'll mail you a bracelet as a thank you, but it's really just a donation.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
All right, guys? All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like that green and tan one. That's pretty.
I made that one. See you later, bucko.
We'll be helping, and we'll be buying animals, and we'll be getting animals for selling these.
Yes. They're donations.
Yes, it's a donation.
So, way to go. Peace out, sister. All right, now. What?
Nothing.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys. When thinking about what format to do tonight, what topic, I've got it in my mind, but I want to make sure that you guys know that when we're done with our live stream, we're going straight over to Prepsteader Bob's, and I'll probably repeat that a few times because he's doing a live stream tonight, and I've been encouraging him to work on his dancing skills and moves. And I believe that he might even do some interpretive dance. I hope that it's not in a unitard, but he's been known to bust a few grooves. So you're gonna want to. You don't want to miss out. Oh wow! Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That's really awesome. Thank you. Yeah. So Prepsteader Bob could very well be in a unitard, and that's terrifying. That's terrifying.
Oh my gosh, he just put question marks up.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Julie's asking, was it for Heifer International? No, it's actually for World Vision. We have had a long history with World Vision.
25 years.
25 years. Brad has been in a band, and they have sponsored the band, and we would do, you know, it's been a long relationship with World Vision. So it's
Yeah. And we you know, I don't like talking about stuff like achievements that we've done because I really don't want to come off sounding like, hey, I need a pat on the back. I don't need that. We don't need the spotlight like that.
No.
But just to show you or to tell you how well God blessed it, it was something like 400 kids that we got sponsored. And so, what?
Nothing.
Well, what?
Okay, Joke VV is saying a joke. Prepsteader Bob seems more like a river dance guy with swords, etc.
And flaming torches. I could see that. He could clog. He could clog a lot of things. He could clog all kinds of things up.
Well, and then Larry responded, "Poke my eyes out now."
Oh my gosh. How about explosions? Oh, by the way, I saw somebody ask how many pounds of tannerite did we use on that pumpkin. I thought it was 3, but Prepsteader Bob can confirm it because he put the tannerite in it. It was either 3 or 4, so he can type in whatever that is. I was busy filming and stuff.
Right.
So, okay. Other questions before we move on?
Claire's, somebody's asking if Claire can do an update for Hats for Vets.
They asked if I did an update on Hats.
Oh, did you do an update? No.
No, I'm going to talk to what's his face because we have
John.
We have a place lined up.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a I guess it would be considered
It's a veterans park.
A veterans park.
Yeah.
A friend of ours runs the facility, and it's great. I mean, there's veterans there all the time, so we're going to work out some times to go over there and hand out some of the hats for vets and say thank you. Yep. So, all right, now.
It was 4 pounds of awesomeness.
4 pounds of awesomeness. Okay, yeah, and yeah, you know what? That's great, M. Jones. If Prepsteader, oh man, I'm backing up. My mind is backing up, and I'll tell you why. That's an excellent idea. Prepsteader Bob, if we reach the goal we need to reach to get the milk cows and stuff, Prepsteader Bob, I'm feeling like he would be happy to go ahead and dance as a thank you to all those who have donated. Yeah? Huh? What do you think, guys? If we can chip in enough, I think he could pet a rug.
And you want to be friends with us, Prepsteader Bob?
He will look good in tights.
Goodness gracious.
What's that movie with Jack Black? When you're a man, sometimes it's okay to wear these stretchy pants. I could see him in Prepster Bob. Yeah.
Is it Nacho? What's it?
Nacho!
What's the name of the movie?
Libre.
Oh, yeah.
Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre.
Okay.
That's right.
We're going to move on. Because if we can reach that goal, Prepster Bob, he's already committed. I saw he said yes, that he's going to go ahead and do that.
No, he did not.
He sure did.
Fiona's asking, can you use tannerite to remove stumps?
I don't think so, because it's not an explosion, even though it looks like that. It's an implosion. And so I don't think it would work like that.
Okay, time out. I like Bandana Grandma's idea. How about we donate if Prepsteader Bob promises not to dress in tights? I like that idea.
You guys ever seen that movie, Robin Hood Men in Tights? That was so funny. And it's the guy, Gary Yules from Princess Bride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
PSB, is asking if you'll dance with him, please.
Brad, would you please link the pumpkin imploding? Shay Smiles is asking. I actually don't type, but Claire's going to probably go for it right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It was a big pumpkin, like a 450-pounder, and it just was obliterated.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some pieces left, and we gave them to the animals. Mm-hmm. They didn't eat them.
Well, and just so you guys don't freak out, it's not poisoned.
No, not at all.
It's not poisoned at all. It basically is... It's fertilizer and oxygen is all that's left.
Nitrogen and oxygen is what's left.
Right.
And it just, yeah. So the animals wouldn't even eat the pumpkin because it tastes that bad.
Yeah, they didn't want it.
The small pumpkins, yes, they love those.
Yep.
The big pumpkins, there's no flavor. It tastes nasty.
Well, that's why people don't use them for food.
Right.
It's just decoration.
Well, and they use it for decoration, and they save the seeds for next year, which we did. We saved those seeds.
Yep. Okay. Oh, by the way, getting started on homesteading, we've saved the seeds, and we're going to try to figure out a way that folks who want them can either, I don't even know, send a donation to the World Vision thing for us, or, but there's only a limited amount. There's very few.
There's very few. We need to give some back to the lady who gave us the pumpkin.
Yep.
And we'll probably keep a couple for us, but that's pretty much it. So.
Yeah, hey, Bandana Grandma's got the right idea. I feel a Princess Bride quote coming on, or a quote fit coming on.
Yeah.
Bring it on, guys. What's your favorite quote from the Princess Bride?
Flannel Max already said, "As you wish."
Oh, as you wish.
He's been mostly dead all day.
Oh, yeah. Get back, witch. I'm not a witch. I'm your wife.
And I'm not sure if I want to be that anymore.
Miracle Max.
Marriage is what brings us together today.
Oh my gosh. Anybody got a peanut?
Oh my
Anyway,
goodness.
okay.
I could just jog his memory a little bit.
Yeah. So okay, you guys keep on with the Princess Bride quotes, but the topic I wanted to talk about, and it looks like time's already getting away from us.
Yeah.
One of the things that really got us started in homesteading was a weird whim thought in my head. I one day was just sitting at home doing my home thing, and I just went, I wonder what it'd be like to keep honeybees. Mind you, I have never done anything like that before. I I mean, we've attempted bad gardening.
Very bad gardening.
And that was really all of the homesteadish stuff that we had ever done. And that was about 6 years ago. Maybe 7 by now.
8.
Maybe.
It was in 2009, 10.
Yeah.
2010. 8 years ago. Yeah, and I'm petrified of bees and wasps and hornets, or I was.
Yeah.
And he says, honey, I wonder what it'd be like to keep bees. I think I want to, take a
check it out.
class. I want to check it out.
And she's like, who are you? Who are you?
I said, you're nuts. I'm not you can have all the fun you want with bees. I'm going nowhere near it.
Katie did. Next cow you get needs to be named Princess Buttercup.
Yes.
Princess Buttercup.
That's
so,
funny.
But bees, honeybees. I went and bought this book, and I devoured this book. I've got, all the stuff's highlighted, and I went and read through it twice. Then, at the Creation Museum in Kentucky, they offered a class. So I went and took the class, and I'm like, this is fascinating. The more I learn about bees, the more I'm convinced that there is an absolute amazing, beyond revelation God who absolutely has ordered everything just so perfectly. Because the more you know about honeybees, the more you'll be convinced that there's no way that happened by accident. I mean, for example, guys, bees will do, they'll go out and try to find resources, and then when they find resources, when they come back, they do a thing called a waggle dance.
Yeah.
Where it's a series of moves that they'll go back and forward and spin and certain things. And what they're doing is they're giving the other bees the actual GPS coordinates.
Giving them directions.
They're giving them directions, and then everybody knows where it is because they do this waggle dance.
Right.
That's just amazing to me.
Right.
Blows my mind. And so we started in beekeeping, and Christa would not have anything to do with it.
I wasn't going near it. Nope. I'm like, you're nuts. I'm not going anywhere near it. Yeah.
I got to tell you though, bees, the complexity of the way bees work is just amazing. Look, for example, okay, there's only one queen, and if there's another queen that's created, they'll duke it out and they'll kill one, and that's it.
Yep.
And what's also funny is there's only about between 10 to around 40, 50 drones. They're the only guys in the hive. And and this is great.
This is great.
Yeah, they're the only guys in the hive, and all they do all day long is they're being fed by all the worker bees. They're female, the worker bees, and then all their job is to mate with the queen again and again and again.
Well, and then what happens in the wintertime?
They kick them out to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, they boot them out. They're like, you're not doing any good here anymore.
No,
they boot them out and kill them.
Because they're eating all of their honey. They don't do anything but mate with the queen, like he said. They don't go out and collect pollen or anything. They don't do anything, so they kick them out.
They kick them out to die. Oh, Richard Barnes has
That's
an excellent
funny.
idea. Bob could demonstrate the waggle dance in a bee suit.
Yeah.
Make those donations, people. Go get those bracelets. I can feel a Saturday night fever coming on.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Sunday night fever. So, bees.
Well, and okay, so now it's been 8 years for us. Okay, well, the last year we haven't had bees, but so 7 years we had bees. I think year 2, I was comfortable and fascinated by the bees. I would stand there, and he's over there yelling at me, put the frame back in the hive, put the frame back in the hive.
Because she's sitting there staring at it.
I'm sitting there just watching this hive, watching this frame, looking at the intricate work that these bees do. If you ever have an opportunity to get up close and personal with a bee hive and be able to get in there safely, right? Please do so. It is just absolutely fascinating.
Yeah, and we've had good years, and then we've had bad years. We've had wax moths. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. We've lost 10, 12 hives to wax moths in 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, a fun fact on honeybees. Okay, honeybees make honey, And honey is one of the, I don't know if it's the only food that is not, it won't go bad.
It won't spoil.
It'll never spoil.
As long as there's nothing that has been introduced to it.
No moisture.
And it's no moisture, no bacteria, no outside bacteria, I should say.
Yeah.
No, and it's not been heated. If it stays in its raw form,
it's good.
It will never go bad.
As a matter of fact, they found in one of the antechambers of a pyramid, a pharaoh's pyramid, they found honey in there and it was good.
Yeah.
It was edible.
Yeah.
So for those preppers out there, this is a food that is amazingly complex for your body and good for you, but also it just won't go bad if you keep it sealed.
Yep. Yep.
Our museum has a live beehive that you can watch. I've seen them have these display hives where you can go right up and it's like a plexiglass on one side.
Yeah.
Those are really, really cool.
Yeah, I think the zoo in Cincinnati, is that Lowry Park? Or no, that's in Tampa.
Yeah, Lowry Park's in Tampa. The big zoo is, what's his face? The guy that was on TV in Cincinnati.
No, that's in Columbus.
Jack.
That's in Columbus.
Oh. I don't know.
I can't remember what the zoo is in Cincinnati, but that's really bad.
That's funny.
We would just live there a year ago. Anyway, they have a bee like that, or beehive like that, with the plexiglass on the inside of the building, and the bees go out. I think out the roof.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's just amazing too, because they can fly many miles away from their hive to get resources.
Yeah.
And what?
It's the Cincinnati Zoo.
Yeah, duh. That's funny.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Have fun storming the castle.
I know.
I use that one all the time.
Yeah, we do.
So, bees. Okay, I'm going to tell a story that you're going to be like, don't tell a story.
Oh gosh, don't tell that story.
I got to tell the story.
Please.
I will be as ungraphic as possible.
No, this is a family show. You cannot tell that.
I can.
You cannot.
I can tell it in a family way.
No, you can't.
No,
Sure
you
can.
cannot.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. Okay.
I can.
No, you know what? Hit mute. Don't listen to this.
Okay, so one time we were...
If you have small children in the room,
No, it's
hit
not-
mute. Don't listen to this.
I'm not going to get into the graphic.
Oh my gosh. How can you not?
I can, and it's very easy.
You cannot.
I got to tell you. Okay, so here's the dude. Yeah, the bee sting story. Oh, yeah, Flannel Max has heard it
We've
before.
probably already told it.
Brad, use your filter. What filter?
He doesn't have one.
See, that's the one great thing about me, because I can't be held responsible for the words that are coming out of my own mouth.
Are you guys kidding me? Are you kidding me?
So, new beekeeper. Don't know what I'm doing really well just yet. I put on all my stuff, and I've got my top and my veil. I got my smoker, and I got my hive tool, and I had jeans on, and I'm going to head to the hive to check on things, not knowing what really I'm doing just yet. And so I get into the hive, and I'm working around in there and go, wow, this is really great. And they're doing all their thing, and I'm scraping off the stuff. And all of a sudden, on the north of my knee, I feel a bee inside my pants. And it was headed north.
Cow holes.
Cow holes. Yeah, it was headed north.
Yeah.
And
It should.
because I knew, I was panicked. I go, uh-oh, because if you swat it, it's gonna sting you. Mm-hmm. And if I don't swat it, there's a chance that we're gonna get out of this unscathed. And I thought, maybe it'll just go down.
Time out.
No, what? You
Rosalie,
can't stop in the
yes,
middle
you
of
can.
the story.
Rosalie says we need a black box to beep out the no family-friendly words. Keep going.
No, that you interrupted the story. Now
bad.
all the momentum's gone.
No, it's okay. You can gain that momentum again.
Dear Lord. You're going to make me spit, woman. So the bee, I'm having to make this split-second decision. And as I was thinking, maybe the bee will go south. I got stung. In a very inconvenient location. Mm-hmm. That's as far as we'll go to keep it family-friendly. So the moral of the story, kids, is always cuff your pant legs.
Yes, beekeepers, cuff your pant legs, please.
Cuff your pant legs. Brad, do the waggle dance. If I do the waggle dance, it's like the history eraser button. You don't want to see what happens if Brad does the waggle dance. Don't press the history eraser button.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that's true story. Always cuff your pant legs. Mm-hmm. And to this day, it was a good lesson to learn. I just hoped it had not have been there.
Well, my favorite part of that story is the nurse that we had to talk to.
Okay, I can do this. I can keep it friendly. Okay, so the area in question was getting dangerously swollen with bee sting stuff, and it was not natural.
No.
And so I call this nurse friend of ours, because I'm like, I am not going to the ER like this. There's no way I'm going to the ER.
No.
And because I was getting concerned. Because I was like, uh-oh. I'm like, what happens? What happens?
I could hear her laughing across the room.
So I call this nurse lady, and I knew I was going to get it with both barrels in the face.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
And she's like, you did what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And so what was really funny, because I was kind of a little bit panicked, is she told us to, told me to take a bunch of Benadryl, and I did, and I took too much, and I didn't really realize it, and we were at Walmart, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, it feels so good. Mm-hmm. And so I called her back, and I'm like, is this a normal reaction to the bee sting? She goes, no, you idiot, you took too much Benadryl.
It was really funny.
So the lesson is, always cuff your pant legs.
Yeah.
Bees, beekeeping. If you are even remotely interested in seeing what it might be like to keep bees, there are beekeeping clubs everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you don't know anything about beekeepers, one of the things is they're obsessive about it. They love beekeeping, and they're some of the most wicked smart, problem-solving people out there. I mean, the basic adage is that, if you can find a successful beekeeper, that guy would have been a millionaire in any other business overnight.
Yeah. Oh,
because keeping bees is not easy.
No, especially not up here. I mean, up here it's touch and go whether those bees will survive the winter. I know the fella that came over yesterday. He said that he actually had 2 hives that were struggling. And then we had that cold snap in April. He had to actually brought those hives inside.
This is nuts.
And put them in his closet so they'd survive.
He put up a screen and put 2 beehives in his house closet.
Yeah. I was like,
they're dedicated people.
He's dedicated, man. That's good on you.
That's a guy he's bought in.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He's bought in.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I'm excited because he invited us to this new beekeeping club here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's only like $10, and then they allow you to get stuff really, really cheap. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's gonna, if you consider doing it, it's good for everything. All of ecology benefits when there are bees in your ecosystem.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, beekeeping. If you are interested, look up a class in your area. Check it out. And you know what? What we found too is in Cincinnati, even though it was a very, very a wealthier area, you could still keep bees there. Mm-hmm. And that kind of freaked out the pastor when I didn't ask him.
No, of course not. But
we were living in the parsonage at this very ritzy church, mm-hmm. and I'm like, "This is our house. This is where we live. I'm putting a beehive out here." Mm-hmm. And it was right next to a public park too.
It was, yeah. We could not put bees there. It was there, having that close to that park. No way.
But what we did do is we found people locally that said, "Yeah, you can put it in my yard."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so maybe even if you're not necessarily wanting to be a beekeeper, there's a lot of places that beekeepers want to have, different locations to get different flavors of honey.
Yeah. We've actually had, we had a couple of hives out in Goshen, remember?
Yep.
Out of Goshen. Anyway,
no, in Goshen.
Yeah, in Goshen, in Ohio. And these hives were stolen.
Yeah, somebody up and stole
They
them.
took them. They everything, boxes, concrete blocks, everything. They took everything.
Shay Smiles says, I live in Tennessee, middle. What do you do in the winter? Grow a fall garden? If you're talking about bees, you can overwinter them in Tennessee with no problem.
Oh, yeah. Tennessee, you'll have no problem with your bees. They'll be fine.
Well, the rub is this. You have to be a wise beekeeper. You can't take all the honey that they need to get through the winter.
Yeah.
You can only take a little bit from a hive that's doing, if it's doing poorly, don't take anything.
Don't take anything.
Don't take anything.
And make sure you feed them.
Yeah.
You got to feed them a sugar syrup.
Yeah.
So.
But there's all that stuff to be learned. But, you can only take so much. You've got to leave enough honey for the bees because that's what they eat.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of buzz going on at the church?
Yes.
That's great. I love that.
Yep.
Joke VV1 says, are you going to plant fruit trees once you own the house?
Absolutely.
But not until we buy it.
Not until we own the house.
Because that's the kiss of death. It happens every time.
Totally the kiss of death. Even if we own the house, though, which, that's so frustrating.
So tell them.
What?
The last 4 times.
The last places that we have lived, is it? Yeah, we have planted 15, 20 fruit trees, apples, pears, peaches, you name it. We'd plant them, and within 6 or 8 months we'd move.
Something would happen, and we would have to go, or we would have to, leave a homestead, like Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I'm actually, I kind of don't want to plant trees.
I want to plant trees now.
Well, we can't. It's too cold. You have to wait until spring.
No, actually, no. Fall is the perfect time.
No. I was told that in Wisconsin, you plant them in the spring.
I don't.
That was the way it was in Ohio. You plant them in the fall, but here they need a longer time to get rooted into the soil.
Okay.
Before winter hits. If you plant them in the fall, there's not enough time.
Okay.
So if I'm wrong,
you'll let us know.
You'll let me know. So, but
another thing too, guys, they make beehives that are different sizes. Have you guys seen that new one that what do they call it? The
flow hive.
The flow hive.
Oh, so cool.
You just flip a switch thing on it, and then the honey drips out. You don't actually get into the hive.
Right. So you're not disturbing all of that hive. The only thing I'm concerned about is how much work does it take to build all of that back?
For the bees.
For the bees, yeah.
Well, and yeah, I've been suspicious. I don't think it's a good idea, to be honest. I mean, it's cool. Yeah. It's cool, but I would think, what are you doing?
There's a gnat flying around in my face.
There are no gnats, honey.
It's a little itty bitty one.
She's swatting the imaginary beasts again.
All right, 2 people have said there are... plant them in the spring. It seriously is right here.
There is no... She's swatting at imaginary beasts. Uh-huh.
Not.
So, okay. I love the honeybees, man. Mm-hmm. Way to go, God. You did good.
And it's such a perfect... The way that I can't... Okay. Next week, the science lesson that the kids and I are going to be working on are bees. I can't wait to talk about this. And we have neighbors that have hives, so I'm going to talk to them and see if we can get in there and to get an up-close look, which is, that's my favorite thing.
Oh, yeah, and oh my gosh, when we got here, different prices for different areas of the country on everything. But in Cincinnati, if you were buying honey, it was $10 a pound.
Yeah.
$10 a pound. When we got here, we scored the sweetest deal, and that's not a pun, but we bought 2 5-gallon buckets for $3 a pound.
Yeah.
$3 a pound.
It was almost
I'm like,
100 pounds.
Come on, I'll buy it all for $3 a pound.
Yeah, no kidding. But now that guy's not doing bees anymore.
It's like,
Darn it.
The good news is it doesn't go bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't go bad. You got a question there, Mama?
No, it's...
Oh, okay, I thought you were looking.
Time.
Oh, yeah. By the way, again, when we sign off here in about 6 minutes, we're going to go down to Prep Setter Bob's channel, and I believe he's going to do some line dancing or some kind of clogging or interpretive dance for the fundraiser, so that we can buy animals for the World Vision people. Okay. He better dance. We're getting on there.
He's not gonna dance, okay?
You need to, when we go over there, you guys need to be like, show us a dance. Like, give it to him. And give it to him all night. All night. Belly dancing. Oh.
Oh gosh, no.
That's terrifying.
M. Joan is asking, are you going deer hunting this year?
Yes.
I think the season's almost over.
No.
No?
No.
I don't remember what
There's
it
different times for different things, but
Well, yeah.
Bow season happened.
Bow season is longer
youth
than
season
rifle
happened.
season.
Yeah.
So,
And there was the youth season already.
yeah.
McCoy's Oak Hill Farm, PSB is going to dance if you guys harass him enough and that you make a donation so that we can buy some animals from World Vision.
Right.
So there you go. Hula dancing. Woo!
Oh my heavens.
Yep. So
All right.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sign off here in just a bit. But we're so glad that you guys have come around and supported our channel and tolerated me.
Mostly, yes.
So we are just so blessed and we're grateful. And if you guys don't know us, we're a family of believers, and we don't feel like it's a good thing to try to cram any kind of, Christianity down anybody's throat. I don't think it works very well. It's not a good idea, and it's not how Jesus would do things. So if you got to say goodnight, say goodnight. But we're going to go ahead and have a quick thought.
We would love for you to stay, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Quick thought and a quick prayer, and then we're going to say goodnight. But here's the thing. I've said this many, many times, and I'm going to say it again tonight. I might have even said it last week. But
The message rings true every time.
you specifically watching this live stream, you were created with loving hands by the God who hung the stars in the sky and the fish in the sea. He thought up things like love. He thought up things like mercy and forgiveness. He thought up rainbows, and he thought up badgers, and he thought up chickens, and he thought up you. And he made you completely unique to anything else in all of history that will ever be, ever has been, ever will be. You are specifically created by the work of the hands of a God who loves you. He made you exactly the way you are because that's what he wanted. Yeah, we all have our things that we struggle with, but he made a way for those things to be dealt with through Jesus. And you specifically, this God who hung the stars in the sky and knows them by name, he knows you. He knew you before you were born, and he knew you in your mother's womb, and he says, you are mine and I love you. Even if we push him away, he's still there going, you are mine and I love you. I'm not going to let you go. There's nothing you can do that would make me leave you or forsake you, period, exclamation, check mark, check mark, check mark. Your God loves you so much that he gave of himself to pay for our dirty, filthy, stupid ways. He didn't have to do anything. But he knows you and he loves you, and he wanted to be back with us. And so Jesus took on that burden of sin, that horrible, filthy, stinking, rotten crap of all history, so that he could be with us. He could be with you. You were uniquely and wonderfully made, and he knows you and he loves you, and he's wanting to spend more time with you. He wants to pick you up like a father who just says, let's spend some time together. Let's spend some time together. I miss you. I love you. I'm your father. Come into greater relationship with me. And I'm here to tell you guys, he's not going to stop. He pursues us even when we're stupid, even when we turn our back. He's always right there. And so my encouragement tonight, guys, is twofold. Number one, realize who you are made by. This God made you specifically the way you are, and he loves you. And then thank him. Just thank him. Quick prayer. Father God, thank you for all you do for us. I'm humbled and baffled that you love us so much, but I am so very grateful. Jesus, we love you. Amen. Alrighty, kids. We're going to go on over to Prepsteader Bob, and we're not going to stop asking until we see a nice clog or a breakdance move or some other such thing. Bye.